Mention UFOs and in the past you would have been greeted with a chorus of derision. But today, lots of people admit to having seen mysterious flying objects. And we're not talking the bewildered in the backwoods. These are astronauts, pilots and defence officials. At the same time, governments around the world have started releasing their classified documents on UFO sightings. And New Zealand's about to follow suit. So Sarah Hall decided to go looking for the evidence.
We're dealing with the biggest story of the millennium. Visits to planet Earth by aliens.
I witnessed and watched through a telescope a UFO which hovered over a nuclear weapons storage facility for approximately 10 minutes.
We could see the shape of it. It had a dome. We could see the coronal discharge.
We've set back, we've told the American people that there's no such thing as UFOs. I've been involved where we've covered these objects, we know them to be of extraterrestrials.
If what they're saying seems extraordinary, then hold on to your hats. That was just a sample of the hundreds of defence officials, as well as astronauts, scientists and politicians who have stepped forward in recent years to say aircraft from other planets are visiting Earth.
We lost somewhere between 6 and 8 weapons that morning. Within minutes of having received that second phone call of a UFO hovering outside the front gate.
An alien had come off the craft and had been shot by a military policeman.
4 other objects with different shapes separated from the main one at different times during this close encounter.
It behoves us, in case some of these people in the future or now should turn hostile, to find out who they are, where they come from and what they want.
It's international testimony like this and the release of formerly classified UFO files from several countries that have persuaded others here in New Zealand to come forward. Meet George Richardson. A pilot for 53 years, this is the first time he's publicly told his story about a close encounter when he was piloting an Air New Zealand DC-10 back in 1978.
I was actually leaning forward like this in the airplane, looking for weather more than anything else, and suddenly I spotted out to the left this vehicle which went straight across in front of us. This thing was, I don't know, 150, 200 feet long. It had no wings, no tails, no anything. It was just a tube that had very big and very white windows in it.
Have you ever had any explanation as to what that was?
No, none whatsoever. When I discussed it with the other pilot and the other crew, they just said, no, we better wrap it up, because if we make a noise about it, men in white coats will be there to meet us when we arrive at our destination.
George Richardson says pilots often see unexplained objects in the sky, but airlines frown upon them speaking out.
They really wouldn't want their aircrew to be aired on TV, for example, or on radio saying, I saw a UFO, because somebody would say, hello, I wouldn't fly with them, they've got lunatics on board, you know.
So the understanding was that you would shut up about what you saw?
Yeah, we just buried it. Because if we'd made a noise about it, we'd be grounded. It was fairly automatic. If you stepped out of line, bang, you're on the ground.